The streets are buzzing, Twitter's on fire, and Christian Rock's phone just exploded because guess who's finally home? That's right, Blueface just walked out of prison looking like he beat the final boss of karma itself. And the internet is collectively losing its damn mind. Fans are screaming, "Welcome home, King," while haters are already drafting think pieces titled "Why the Justice System Failed Us Again." This ain't just a release, it's a full-blown Hollywood comeback with handcuffs. The man stepped out like he was walking a red carpet. Fresh fade, designer hoodie, cameras flashing. And that smirk that says, "Yeah, I know y'all missed me." TMZ called it a media frenzy. We call it a movie. Because, let's be honest, Blueface doesn't just make news. He creates chaos. From fighting his baby mama on live to brawling in the boxing ring, his life is basically a Zeus Network special with a parole officer. And now, the prodigal rapper has returned, free, fiery, and ready to make the internet even more toxic than before. So buckle up, because what's about to unfold will make the Kardashians look like Sesame Street. Blueface is back, and the world ain't ready for this sequel. It started like a normal Tuesday until the internet imploded. One blurry photo dropped online and suddenly every blog gossip page. And YouTuber from No Jumper to Hollywood Unlocked hit DEFCON 1. Blueface, the self-proclaimed Bleed'em general and professional chaos magnet, had officially walked out of prison. Not in cuffs. Not escorted. Just grinning. The photos spread faster than Christian Rock's Instagram live meltdowns. Blueface, head high, fresh lineup, rocking a gray sweatsuit that somehow looked designer, stepping into freedom like he was filming the trailer for Fast and Furious Parole Drift. Within minutes, hashtags exploded. Hashtag Blueface home. Hashtag free Blueface. Hashtag hide your cameras. The internet was in shambles. Fans went ballistic. That man survived the system, the streets, and Christian Rock. One comment said. Another wrote, the timeline's about to be unhinged for the next 48 hours. And they weren't wrong. Because when Blueface breathes, the internet reacts like it's breaking news. To understand why this was such a big deal, you've got to rewind a bit back to the absolute circus that was Blueface's last year. This man didn't just get arrested. He got arrested in Blueface fashion. Police swarmed him outside a Las Vegas steakhouse while he was literally eating shrimp cocktail. They claimed it was connected to a shooting incident. The kind of minor misunderstanding only Blueface could call light work. The footage hit social media in seconds. 1 minute he's signing autographs, the next he's in cuffs while fans are screaming, not Blueface, while ordering seafood. For most people, that would be a career-ending scandal. For Blueface, just another episode. While facing charges, he somehow managed to film music videos, go live from jail calls, and make Zeus Network history with the world's most chaotic relationship. Christian Rock kept his name trending like a full-time publicist, crying one day, fighting the next, professing love while threatening to throw hands. Their saga became reality TV gold, therapy session fuel, and the meme factory's main supplier. But prison hits different when your drama's been live-streamed for years. Reports said Blueface spent months reflecting, though knowing him, that probably meant planning his next diss track and memorizing every viral headline about himself. Even behind bars, his presence lingered online, fan edits, TikTok remixes, and that infamous free Blueface chant screamed by half of L.A. So when word hit that his time was up, fans weren't just ready, they were hungry. It felt like a cultural event. Paparazzi staked out like he was Beyoncé dropping an album. Even random barbers were posting Blueface welcome home deals, half-off fades for real ones who kept it solid. But the real fireworks started when the first video dropped. Blueface, walking out those gates like a man born for a second chance, flashing that cold, unbothered stare that said, "I told y'all I'd be back." Cameras everywhere. His homies hyping him up. Hood Trophy Bino recording the moment like it was a music video, shouting, "Welcome home, bro," while fans outside screamed like they were at Rolling Loud. And then, the internet detectives came crawling out like ants on a sugar spill. Wait, is that Christian's car? Is that Beano or Whack 100 behind him? Who's that girl in the background smiling too hard? Every frame became evidence. Every shadow became a subplot. You'd think this was a true crime investigation instead of a rapper's release. But that's the thing about Blueface. His life is true crime with background music. Meanwhile, social media started rewriting his legacy in real time. Suddenly, he wasn't toxic rapper with too many reality shows anymore. He was a misunderstood genius rising from the ashes. People compared him to Gucci Mane's 2016 release, saying Blueface got that same energy, jail just made him wiser. Others weren't buying it, wiser. Bro was rapping about sliding on ops before breakfast. And of course, Christiane Rock had to enter the chat. She posted a cryptic story that read, "God's timing is perfect." The internet exploded. Within minutes, blogs were like, Christiane reacts to Blueface's release. As if she had written the Gettysburg Address. Comments poured in. She gone be at that man's house in 543. Another said, Lord, please hide Junior before round 2 begins. Then came the chaos from his family. Carlisa Saffold, Blueface's mom and queen of unsolicited commentary, went live faster than breaking news alerts. I told y'all my son was coming home. Ain't no system holding a crip forever. She shouted, hair-wrapped, energy unmatched. Within minutes, clips of her ranting were all over TikTok, with captions like Carlos's press conference, unhinged edition. But behind the memes and madness, the truth was this release hit differently. Blueface wasn't just stepping out of a cell. He was stepping into a world that had changed while he was gone. His name had been dragged through blogs, lawsuits, fights, and messy lives, yet somehow his brand had only gotten stronger. Like a hip-hop version of a Marvel anti-hero. His controversy had turned him into cultural currency, as one viral tweet perfectly put it. Blueface went to jail and came out trending harder than most rappers who dropped full albums. Facts. But even as fans celebrated, there was tension in the air. People wanted to know what's next. Is he going back to music? Boxing? Zeus drama? Or is this the calm before another social media storm? Because if there's one universal law in the entertainment universe, it's that Blueface doesn't do peace. He does plot twists. And just when the world thought it was time to breathe, a mysterious video popped up online showing Blueface at a gas station surrounded by fans, laughing, handing out money, acting like he just got promoted to Hood Messiah. The clip racked up millions of views in hours. Someone in the comments summed it up perfectly. He's not just back, he's about to break the internet again. By nightfall, every gossip page had their version of the story. Blueface returns stronger. Christiane reacts to his release. Beano throws welcome party. It was trending across platforms, and fans were divided between joy, fear, and confusion. Because let's be real, if Blueface is free, peace is in danger. And deep down, everyone knew it. The moment Blueface's mugshot got replaced with a grin, the internet turned into a digital war zone. You couldn't scroll 2 inches without seeing him trending. Blueface is free was everywhere, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Even LinkedIn had people acting like they just got promoted from employee to certified Blueface historian. And of course, Hollywood wasted no time jumping into the mess. Within hours of his release, celebrities, rappers, exes, and frenemies all had something to say. First up, Christiane Rock, the woman who could turn a Hallmark moment into a Jerry Springer episode. She went live immediately. Hair bonnet, no filter, full emotion. I'm happy for him, but I ain't going back. God bless, she said, then paused dramatically. Like she was auditioning for Love and Hip Hop? Redemption arc. The comments section exploded. Cap, she typing the welcome home text right now? This relationship more recycled than Zeus storylines. Then came Carlisa's Blueface's mother, who was basically born for these moments. She went on another live rant, pacing like a preacher at Sunday service. All y'all doubted my son. Now look at him free, fresh and finer than your baby daddies. Within minutes, clips hit TikTok with captions like Carlos's Church of Blueface, sermon number 457. One fan wrote, "This lady needs her own network." Another said, "She's the Kris Jenner of chaos." Meanwhile, Hood Trophy Bino wasted no time capitalizing on the moment. He dropped a snippet of a new track with the line, "Blue back home. It's a celebration." The video had confetti lamb trucks, and Bino dancing in front of a welcome home banner like he just witnessed the second coming. Fans flooded the comments, "Y'all better collab before the next arrest." But the real chaos came when other rappers started chiming in. 50 Cent reposted Blueface's release clip with the caption, "He gon' be trending again by Friday." Snoop Dogg added, "Stay out the system, nephew. You too talented for that mess." Even Soulja Boy commented, "They finally freed my boy. Now who tryna box?" Within hours, the memes started raining harder than an Atlanta thunderstorm. A photo of Blueface stepping out of prison with the caption, "Me leaving work after a toxic relationship." A meme of Chrisean crying with the line, "She outside the gate with baby Junior and a Bluetooth speaker." Someone even edited his release footage into a trailer for Fast and Furious 12 out on parole. Every corner of the internet had something to say. Then came the conspiracy theories. Fans claimed Zoo's network secretly pulled strings for his release because ratings were dropping without him. One viral tweet read, "Ain't no way Blueface just walks out. Zeus must have called in a favor from Lucifer himself." Another joked, "He probably dropped a mixtape in exchange for early release." Was peak internet insanity. But not everyone was cheering. A different crowd, the moral police of Twitter, showed up too. They dragged him for his past behavior, for the toxic relationship with Chrisean, for embarrassing hip-hop culture. One user wrote, "Y'all celebrating a man who made prison his press tour." Another clapped back, "We're not celebrating prison, we're celebrating the chaos he's about to bring." And that right there, that's the internet in a nutshell. Chaos wins every time. Meanwhile, Blueface seemed unbothered. Hours after his release, he posted a selfie with the caption, "Back to business. They missed me." That single line turned into a cultural moment. Fans flooded the comments. "We did, Chrisean didn't. Somebody hide Bino." The man hadn't even been free for 12 hours and already had 3 million views, 10 million opinions, and 0 apologies. Then came the bombshell clip footage of Blueface walking into a luxury studio, dapping up producers, lighting a cigar, and playing new music. The beat, pure menace. The lyrics, a mixture of bragging, defiance, and "they thought I fell off." Hip-hop blogs declared Blueface might just pull a Gucci Mane comeback. The reactions were split right down the middle. Half the fans celebrated him like a hood legend. The other half said, "This man's career got more second chances than a Netflix renewal." And right in the middle of all that noise, Chrisean Rock posted a video with tears in her eyes, holding their son. No words, just a Drake song playing in the background. The internet lost it. Every blog titled it "Chrisean sends emotional message to Blueface." But let's be honest, this was less message and more prelude to another headline. Because by sunset, TMZ had spotted her car outside Blueface's neighborhood. And by midnight, unconfirmed reports claimed she was at his welcome home gathering. Fans were glued to their phones, refreshing like they were waiting for a Marvel post-credits scene. If they go live together again, the internet's done. One person tweeted, "Zeus Network warming up their cameras right now," said another dot. Then came the ultimate twist, a leaked video of Blueface walking into his house. Baby in his arms, Chrisean in the background. It looked peaceful, until it didn't. 5 seconds later, she yells, "You gone! Stop acting like you single now." And the clip cuts out. Internet detonated. People couldn't believe it. One fan said, "Bro ain't even unpacked his bags and already back to season 2. Another joked, "Prison was the vacation. This is the real sentence." Every outlet ran wild with headlines. Blueface and Chrisean Rock reunite. Chaos ensues. Carlisa reacts to her son's return again. Zeus teases new project featuring Blueface post-prison. By this point, the situation had transcended rap. It was pop culture gold. Commentators compared it to the return of Kanye, the drama of Cardi and Offset, and the unpredictability of the Jocelyn Cabaret universe combined. The man was trending in 7 countries and hadn't even dropped a song yet. And while the fans debated, Blueface did what he always does best. He let the madness work in his favor. He started teasing new music, dropping cryptic posts like, "They thought I was gone, but I'm just getting started." Within days, hashtag Blueface is back became an anthem. Clubs started playing his old hits. Fan pages resurfaced classic clips, and his enemies. Quiet. Real quiet. It was official. Blueface's freedom wasn't just a release. It was a reboot. But little did anyone know, the next chapter wasn't going to be about music or love. It was about power, publicity, and the price of being too famous for your own good. Because when Blueface is free, peace doesn't exist, and the internet. It was already bracing for round 2. By the end of the week, the whole world was talking about one man, Blueface. The rapper who turned controversy into currency and chaos into a career had done it again. The internet had crowned him the comeback king of dysfunction. But this time, something about the energy felt different. Because this wasn't just another viral headline or short-lived Zeus episode. This was a cultural earthquake. Blueface wasn't just back. He was reborn, rebooted, and reposted by every media outlet known to man. News anchors were saying his name like he just won a Grammy. Morning radio shows were playing his songs again. Even corporate Twitter accounts were in on it. One brand posted Blueface free, so we dropping discounts. Hashtag welcome home. It's how you know you're more than famous, you're a marketing opportunity. But beneath all that digital celebration, reality was creeping in like a bad notification. Freedom comes with a cost, and for Blue, that cost was everyone watching, waiting, judging, and refreshing. Because while fans screamed welcome home, industry insiders whispered, can he survive the spotlight again? The man had enemies, exes, and executives all holding their breath. Even Whack 100, his manager, went live to set the record straight. Ain't no beef, ain't no backslide, he said. Blueface ready to move different. But the smirk on his face told another story, because Blueface and different go together, like gas and fire. Meanwhile, Zeus Network was allegedly losing its mind. Rumors said producers were scrambling to secure a new show before another scandal erupted. The working title? Blueface, Back from the Cell. 'Cause, of course, Hollywood doesn't heal. It Monet Aziz, and then there was Chrissy Rock. You can't say Blueface without her name, echoing like background vocals. She posted a new photo of herself and baby Junior with the caption, "Peace over pressure." But just hours later, she was on live yelling, "Don't play with me while I'm healing," proving once again that peace and Blueface exist on separate planets. Still, fans ate it up. "We're watching a real-life toxic love story," one person tweeted. "It's like if Bonnie and Clyde had Wi-Fi." Another wrote, "Every time I try to stop watching, they pull me back in." And that's the truth. Blueface's life is digital gravity. Even people who claim to hate the drama can't stop watching. It's addictive, unpredictable, and somehow human. Then came the music comeback. Out of nowhere, Blueface dropped a freestyle on Instagram titled "Freedom Ain't Free." The beat was dark, the bars were defiant, and the hook. "They tried to cage me, but the world's still watching." Within minutes, the video racked up millions of views. Fans were calling it his best work since Thoshiana. Others said he's rapping like he's got bail money on the line. But the real moment came when he performed live for the first time post-release. The crowd was wild, hands up, phones out, every lyric screamed back like scripture. And in that chaos, Blueface smiled. Not the cocky smirk, not the meme grin. A real smile, like he knew he'd done the impossible again. Still, peace wasn't in the cards. The morning after the show, gossip blogs posted footage of him leaving with 2 mystery women. Comments went nuclear. Didn't he just say he was focused on family? One fan wrote, "Bro got out of prison and went straight to season 2. By now, His release had sparked more spin-offs than the Power universe. Every influencer podcast, gossip channel, and street news page was milking the story dry. You had Blueface reacts to Christian's live. Carlisa speaks out again. Bino confirms tour. And even a random preacher preaching, the devil sends distractions. And they got blue hair. It was chaos on steroids. But amid the noise, something bigger was happening. Blueface's release had opened up a conversation, not just about him, but about fame, forgiveness, and the internet's addiction to dysfunction. One viral thread on X read, "We clown Blueface, but he's just a mirror." Social media turned his downfall into entertainment, and now we can't look away. Another added, "He's not a role model. He's a reflection of what happens when fame hits before peace does." That hit hard, because beneath the jokes, people knew Blueface wasn't just a celebrity. He was a case study in what happens when chaos pays better than calm. But even that truth couldn't stop the headlines. Within days, TMZ ran Blueface and Christian Rock spotted together again. The video showed them leaving a studio, walking separately, but still. Together, fans went ballistic. "I give it 48 hours before they go live again." Others said, "Love him or hate him, he's the algorithm. Love him or hate him, he's the algorithm." And that's exactly it. Blueface is the algorithm. He doesn't chase trends, he creates them. Every scandal, every leak, every quote turns into content. And as long as people keep clicking, he keeps winning by the end of that week. Blueface had reclaimed the throne as the king of controlled chaos. His streams skyrocketed. His following exploded. His enemies, silent. His critics, furious. His fans, louder than ever. But if you looked closely, just behind the fame, the flash, and the drama, there was something deeper. A man who'd seen how fast success turns to scrutiny, who'd survived the spotlight, and who understood one golden rule in today's world. Controversy is currency, because whether you love him or hate him, you can't ignore him. And as Blueface himself posted in one of his final tweets that week, "I ain't perfect, but I'm trending." That line said it all. And there you have it, the unfiltered, unapologetic, absolutely ridiculous return of Blueface. The man who treats freedom like a mixtape drop and headlines like personal trophies. He didn't just walk out of prison, he strutted into the algorithm's Hall of Fame wearing chaos like designer. You laughed, you judged, you clicked, and deep down, you loved every second of it. Because let's be honest, this man's life is better scripted than half of Netflix. One minute he's behind bars, the next he's on stage smoking a cigar, with Christian crying on live like the season finale of a Zeus soap opera. Who needs reality TV when Blueface is out here providing free entertainment with felony-level energy? So if you made it this far, you already know what time it is. Smash that LIKE button like you're hitting bail money on Cash App. Drop your hottest theory in the comments and subscribe before. Blueface ends up trending again for something even wilder, and you know he will. Because here at Expose Express, we don't sip tea, we guzzle it straight from the pot. No sugar, no filter. We bring you the scandals that make Hollywood blush, the receipts that make lawyers nervous, and the drama that makes your ex look boring. Stay tuned, because the next headline might just break the internet all over again. Blueface is free, the chaos is back, and the story, it's only getting started. This is Expose Express, where every secret gets served hot. Every celebrity slips up eventually, and the truth always goes viral.